Okay, here's the part 3 of Bitcoin Cash for institutional investors. Let me get closer to the water so that you can enjoy the background a bit better. Now, what are the other things as institutional investors? What are you looking at other than liquidity? The second thing you want to look at is reliability. How reliable is the crypto chain that you are investing in? And for reliability, the number one criteria you should look at is the history of the big crypto. So how long has the chain been around? How often has people tried to attack this chain? How often has the chain failed? How many times have you heard about someone got a coin stolen on the particular chain? Now the good news here is, of all the chains out there, only 2 chains has the longest history in the entire crypto space. One is Bitcoin, another one is Bitcoin Cash. No other chains comes close. So these 2 share the same origin, and both are owned entirely. Up to 1.1 million of the coins in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash is owned by the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin, who is Satoshi Nakamoto, of course. And you know my opinion, who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Just remember, Satoshi Nakamoto is actually the ghost of the universe, which is teaching everybody how to use the universal money. That's the reason I believe in the long term the price of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash will go up dramatically, because we have the blessing of the universe. And I know for people who don't believe in the power of the universe, this is too much, but bear with me. As the institutional investors, you have to look at all reasonings, right? Think about this way. A lot of institutions in the past invest just based on the book called the Bible. So why wouldn't you consider the possibility investing based on the law of the universe, which is proven again and again to be the truth, and also scientifically proven to be the truth. So keep that in mind. Now, reliability. How often have somebody cracked the Bitcoin network's mining and security features? The answer is simple: never. Even from the beginning of Bitcoin until now, nobody has been able to rewrite the chain in a way that everybody lost their money. That has not happened before. So this entire blockchain is so smart that you are always fully protected by every single computer out there that is participating in the mining process. And also the nodes that's not mining, still validating, it is still additional security. And now, how long can the chain last? Now, this is the biggest thing I want you to understand. A lot of those chains out there are private chains. They are created by one single entity, and the amount of the owner of the chain is so focused in 1 or 2 people's hand. But in Bitcoin Cash, the focus concentration is not as bad as in other cryptos. In other words, even the biggest whales do not own more than 5% of all the coins out there. In fact, the number one whale again is Satoshi Nakamoto. And I have the suspicion that Satoshi himself will never, ever move those coins. That means those coins are locked away for the eternity, for people to admire, but nobody can access them. Also, it acts as a proof of concept that regardless how many billions and trillions of dollars of worth of those cryptos are there in the public eye, nobody can crack the blockchain of Bitcoin and steal those coins from Satoshi Nakamoto. I think this is a genius move by him, not to move those coins. I don't care who you are, Satoshi. For this, you have my approval. Not moving your coin is one of the best features of any cryptocurrency out there. That you have such a huge amount of power over Bitcoin, and yet you choose not to exercise the power. That is the constraint of a superhero in my book. So you are a good guy in my book, Satoshi, whoever you might be. Now, for institutionals, let's come back to the very last important feature for Bitcoin compared to all other cryptos, is that the branding is so important. Right now, the branding of Bitcoin is so important that it probably represents 80 to 90% of the valuation for BTC. But I assure you the following: As soon as people start using those coins, rather Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum, whatever's the most widely used coin will be called the Bitcoin. This has already happened in Northern Queensland, where they use every day Bitcoin Cash. But when you talk to those people, they don't bother to call it Bitcoin Cash. They just call it Bitcoin. That's all they call it. Because it's true. This is also Bitcoin. It's just a different branch of the same tree, and it's still the same tree. So it's still the same Bitcoin, just with a different functionality. Therefore, the more people are gonna use Bitcoin on a daily basis. Imagine Amazon starting accepting Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Just think about it from a practical perspective. Imagine tomorrow Amazon is accepting the payment in Bitcoin, and then what happens? What happens is you can buy something, let's say a USB cable for $10. If you pay with Bitcoin, BTC, you have to pay $5 worth of fees. Or you can choose to pay for the same cable with Bitcoin Cash, which is 0.1 cent or less for Bitcoin Cash payment for the fee. Therefore, you can imagine which currency will the person who is buying this USB cable gonna pay with. Of course, he's gonna pay with Bitcoin Cash. And the more people pay with Bitcoin Cash, the more revenue Amazon or other e-retailers generate on Bitcoin Cash network. The more they're gonna put their focus and the infrastructure towards the payment in the more popular payment system. It's just simple mathematics. Think about this way. A credit card company, if you have 3 credit cards to accept, if you always only get paid in MasterCard, and then the Visa and the American Express never gets used, are you still going to continue to have a terminal, separate terminal just for the other two cards? No, you won't. So it's all about who has the ability to generate the most revenue for the retailers to earn from the retail revenue in the crypto space. At this moment, if you compare all major cryptocurrencies, the only crypto that works perfectly as payment system is Bitcoin Cash. No other comes even close. And I have known many people who tell me things like, we have Nano and this and that. The problem is, try to use it. It's very, very hard to use. And I want to address that in the next video, okay? See you in the next part. Bye.